हेलो नमस्कार। खुश रहो बच्चों। आई एम JVN Dr. शाहनवाज आलम, Assistant Professor of Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Today we discuss about most important concept of research methodology. Today topic is research method versus research methodology. What are the basic difference of research methods and research methodology? Those tools and technique used for research, that is the methods of research, and how to use these types of methods for analysis of research data, that is the methodology. That means we can say that the process to using the tools and techniques of research, that is the methodology. It seems appropriate at this juncture to explain the difference between research methods and research methodology. Research method may be understood as all those methods, techniques that are used for conductions of research. Research methods or techniques thus refers to the method of researcher. We can also explain with the help of some tables. Suppose you making the tables in one in in one column we write down the types. That means the library research, field research, laboratory research. Basically, there are three types of research. Research we can classify only three parts: library research, field research, and laboratory research. And in second column, we mention the methods of three types of research, and also mention the in third column their techniques. For example, firstly mention the library research. Method of library research is first methods of library research is analysis historical records, and second analyze of documents. And techniques of these methods, using the methods, technique is recordings of notes, content analysis, tape and film listening, and analysis. And techniques of using the analysis of document methods, technique is statistical manipulations, references, abstract, guide, content analysis. And second types of research is field research. And methods, there are various methods to analyze the field research. First method of field research is non-participant direct observations, and their techniques is observation behavior scale, uses of scorecards. Second method of field research is participant observations, and their technique is interaction recording, possible use of tape recorded photographic techniques etc. And third method of field research is mass observations, recording mass behavior, interview using independent observers in public places. And next method of field research is mail questionnaire. And using these types of method is identifications of social and economic backgrounds of respondents. And next technique is opinion. Opinion and their usage technique is use of attitude scale, projective techniques, use of sociometric scales. Next method of field research is personal interview. Interview uses and their uses the techniques. Interviewer uses the detail schedule with open and closed questions. And next technique of field research is focused interview. Interview focuses attention upon a given experience and its effect. Next method of field research is group interview and uses their technique is a small group of respondent are interviewed simultaneously. Next is telephonic survey. This is also most important method for analyzing field research. And technique used for the telephonic survey use a survey techniques for information and opinion may also be used to follow of questionnaire. Next method of field research is case study and life history, cross sections, collections of data for intensive analysis, longitude collections of data of intensive characters. And third types of research method or methodology is laboratory research. Third types of research is laboratory research. And for these types of research uses methods, a small group study of random behavior, play and role analysis. And uses techniques for these methods, usage of audio visual recording device and observe etc. All those methods which are used by the researcher during the course of studying his research problem are termed as research methods. Since the objective of research, particularly the applied research, is to arrive at a solution for a given problem. The available data and unknown aspect of the problem have to be related to each other to make a solution possible. Keeping this in view, research method can be put into a following three groups. First, in the first group, we include those methods which are concerned with the collections of data. These methods will be used where the data already available are not sufficient to arrive at required solutions. And second, the second group of consists of those statistical techniques which are used for establishing relationship between the data and unknowns. And third, the third group consists of those methods which are used to evaluate the accuracy of the result obtained. Research method falling in the above stated last two groups are generally taken as analytical tools of research. Research methodology is a way to systematically solve the research problem. It may be understood a science of studying how research is done scientifically. In it, we study the various steps that are generally adopted by the researcher in studying his research problem, along with the logic behind them. It is necessary for researcher to know not only the research methods, techniques, but also the methodology. Research not only need to know how to develop certain indices or tests, how to calculate the mean, mode, median, or standard deviations, or chi-square test, how to apply the particular research technique, but they also need to know which of these methods or techniques are relevant and which are not, and what would they mean of indicate and why. Researchers also need to understand the underlying the various techniques, and they need to know the criteria by which they can decide a certain techniques procedure will be applicable to certain problem and other will not. All this means that it is necessary for researcher to design his methodology for his problem, as the same may differ from the problem to problem. For example, an architect who design a building has consciously evaluated the basis of his decisions. He has to evaluate why and on what basis he select the particular size, numbers and locations of doors, window, etc. Uses particular material and not others. Similarly, in research, the scientist has to explore the researcher decision to evaluations before they are implemented. He has to specify very clearly and what decision he select and why he select them so that they can be evaluated by other also. From what has been started above, we can say that research methodology has many dimensions, and research method do not constitute a parts of research methodology. The scope of research methodology is wider than the research methods. Thus, when we talk of research methodology, we not only talk of the research methods but also consider the logic behind the methods we use in the context of our research study and explain why you are using a particular methods or techniques and why we are not using others so that research results are capable of being evaluated either by the researcher himself or by others. Thinker. Why a research study has been undertaken, how the research problem has been defined, in what way and why the hypothesis has been formulated, what data has been collected and what particular methods has been adopted, why particular techniques of analysis data has been used, and a host of similar other questions are usually answered when we talk of research methodology concern a research problem or study. The research study and research methodology of the study given to the student the necessary training in gathering material and arranging or cards indexing them, participation in the fieldwork when required, and also trained in techniques for the collections of data appropriate to particular problem. In the use of statistical questions and control the experiment and its regard to evidence, sorting it out to interpreting it. In fact, importance of knowing the methodology of research or how research is done from the following considerations. First, for one who is prepare himself for a career or carrying out research, the importance of knowing the research methodology and research techniques is obvious since the same constitute tools of his trades. The knowledge of methodology provide a good training specified to the new research worker and capable him to do better research. It helps him to develop disciplined thinking or mind to observe the field objective. Hence, those aspiring for research must develop the skills of using research techniques and thoroughly understand the logic behind them. Knowledge of how to do research will include the ability to evaluate and use the results with responsible confidence. We can state that we the knowledge of research methodology is helpful in various fields such as government or business administrations, community development, and social work, where persons are increasing and called upon evaluate and use research result for action. When one knows how research is done, then one may have the satisfaction of acquiring new intellectual tools, which can become a way looking words of judging everyday experience. In enable used to make intelligent decision concerning problem facing to particular life at different point of time. Thus, the knowledge of research methodology provide the look of thinking of life objectively. In this scientific age, all of us are many way to consumers of research results. We can use them intelligently, provide we are able to judge adequacy of method by they have been obtained. The knowledge of methodology help the consumer of research result to evaluate them and enable him to take an rational decision. Thank you. In next topic, we will discuss about the most important concept of research. Next lecture is research process or every step of research. Thank you.